Meet David. He's 32 years old, makes $5,000 a month working in tech sales. Nice apartment, new car, eats out regularly, looks successful on Instagram. His savings account? $387. His neighbor, Marcus, is 34, makes $3,000 a month as a teacher, lives in a smaller apartment, drives a 7-year-old car, meal preps on Sundays. His savings account? $42,000 and climbing every single month. David earns 67% more than Marcus, but Marcus has 108 times more in savings. This isn't a story about income. This is a story about a skill that 90% of Americans never learn, a skill that matters more than your salary, more than your degree, more than where you work. My name is Ben, and today I'm going to teach you the one financial skill that separates people who build wealth from people who stay broke no matter how much they earn. And if you've ever wondered why your bank account feels the same whether you make $3,000 or $6,000 a month, you need to watch every second of this video, because the answer isn't what you think. Here's what nobody tells you about money. The problem isn't your income. It's never been your income. According to a 2025 report from the Federal Reserve, 36% of Americans making over $100,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck. Read that again. Six-figure earners living paycheck to paycheck. At the same time, there are people making $35,000 a year who are consistently saving money and building wealth. The difference isn't the paycheck. It's what happens after the paycheck arrives. Most people treat money like water flowing through their hands. Money comes in, money goes out, and at the end of the month, they have no idea where it went. They couldn't tell you how much they spent on food last month, or subscriptions, or random Amazon purchases, or coffee, or delivery apps. Money just disappears. And then they think, if I just made more money, this would be easier. So they work harder, they get a raise, their income goes from $3,500 to $4,500. And you know what happens? Their spending goes from $3,500 to $4,500. They're still broke, just with nicer stuff. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's why earning more money doesn't automatically make you wealthier. The skill you're missing isn't make more money. The skill you're missing is tell your money where to go before it disappears. And that skill has a name. It's called budgeting. Now, I know what you're thinking. Budgeting sounds boring. Budgeting sounds restrictive. Budgeting sounds like I can't enjoy my life. But here's the truth. Budgeting is the exact opposite. Budgeting gives you permission to spend money guilt-free because you've already decided where every dollar goes. Let me show you exactly how it works. Quick pause. If this is already making sense, if you're realizing that income isn't your problem, hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps more people who need this find the video. And make sure you're subscribed because I'm about to break down the exact system that people making $3,000 use to build more wealth than people making $8,000. Let's go back to David and Marcus. Same city, similar lifestyles, but completely different financial outcomes. Here's what David does every month. Paycheck arrives, he pays rent, he pays his car payment, he pays his credit card minimum, and then he just spends. Restaurants, bars, Ubers, new clothes, concert tickets, whatever feels good in the moment. And at the end of the month, he looks at his account and thinks, where did it all go? Here's what Marcus does. Paycheck arrives. Before he spends a single dollar, he divides his money into categories, and every dollar has a job. 50% goes to necessities, things he has to pay. Rent, groceries, utilities, insurance. 30% goes to financial goals, savings, investments, paying off debt faster than required. 20% goes to wants, restaurants, hobbies, fun, guilt-free spending. This is called the 50-30-20 budgeting rule, and it's the simplest, most effective money management system for most people. But here's what makes it powerful. Marcus doesn't save what's left after spending. He spends what's left after allocating his money. That's the difference. That's the skill. David hopes to save money. Marcus guarantees it by deciding where every dollar goes before he can spend it. Let me break down how this actually works in real life with real numbers. Let's use Marcus's $3,000 monthly income as an example. Category 1, necessities, 50%, $1,500. This is everything you need to survive and function, not want, need. Rent or mortgage, $900. Groceries, $300. Utilities, electric, water, internet, $120. Transportation, gas, car insurance, or public transit, $100. Phone, $40. Minimum debt payments, $40. Total, $1,500. Notice what's not in this category. Eating out, not a necessity. Netflix, not a necessity. New clothes every month, not a necessity. If you can live without it, it's not in the 50% category. Now, here's the key. If your necessities are taking more than 50% of your income, you have two choices: increase your income or decrease your necessities. If your rent is $1,400 on a $3,000 income, that's 47% just on housing. That leaves almost nothing for other necessities. You need a cheaper place or a roommate or a higher income. Category 2, financial goals, 30%, $900. This is where wealth gets built. This is the difference between David and Marcus. Emergency fund, $300, building to 6 months of expenses. Roth IRA, $400, investing for retirement. Extra debt payment, $200, paying off car loan faster than required. Total, $900. Marcus is putting $900 every single month toward his future. That's $10,800 a year. Over 10 years, with modest investment returns, it becomes over $150,000. David puts $0 toward financial goals. He says he'll save whatever's left. What's left is nothing. Category 3, wants, 20%, $600. This is guilt-free spending. This is where life happens. Restaurants and takeout, $250. Entertainment, movies, concerts, hobbies, $150. Shopping, clothes, gadgets, random stuff, $100. Coffee shops, $50. Miscellaneous fun, $50. Total, $600. Notice something important. Marcus still gets to enjoy his life. He's not living on rice and beans in a dark room. He's spending $600 a month on whatever he wants, but he's doing it intentionally. He knows he has $600 to spend guilt-free because he's already taken care of his necessities and his financial goals. David spends way more than $600 on wants. He probably spends $2,000 on wants, but at the end of the month, he feels guilty because he knows he should be saving but isn't. That's the difference between budgeting and not budgeting. One gives you permission, the other gives you guilt. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, I can handle more than 20% toward my goals, I've got something for you. This next part is for the overachievers. The 50-30-20 rule is great for most people, but some of you watching this want to build wealth faster. You want financial independence in 10 years, not 30. For you, there's an aggressive version I call the 50% rule. Here's how it works. Live on 50% of your income. Invest the other 50%. Let's say you make $4,000 a month. You live on $2,000 and invest $2,000. Your $2,000 living expenses cover everything: rent, food, transportation, fun, everything. Your $2,000 investments go straight to index funds or retirement accounts before you can touch them. This is extreme. It requires sacrifice. You're probably living with roommates, you're driving an old car, you're cooking at home, you're saying no to expensive trips. But here's what happens. If you invest $2,000 a month at an 8% average return, you'll have $1 million in 20 years. You'll have financial independence in your 40s. The 50% rule is not for everyone, but for people who want to retire early or achieve financial freedom fast, it's the most proven path. The key is choosing your percentage and sticking to it.
Whether it's 50-30-20 or 50% or even 70-20-10, the actual percentages matter less than having a system and following it.
Now, here's where most people fail at budgeting, and I want to address it directly, because if you don't fix this, you'll fail too. Failure point number 1. They make it too complicated. They have 47 different budget categories: groceries, restaurants, fast food, coffee, gas, parking, tolls, subscriptions, gym, hobbies. They spend 3 hours creating a perfect budget and then never look at it again. The fix? Keep it simple. 3 categories: necessities, goals, wants. That's it. Failure point number 2. They don't automate. They rely on willpower. Every month they manually move money around, and some months they forget, or they're tired, or they just this once skip it. The fix? Automate everything. The day your paycheck hits, automatic transfers move money to savings, investments, and separate checking accounts for each category. You never see it, you never touch it, it happens automatically. Failure point number 3. They're too restrictive. They budget $0 for fun. They budget $0 for restaurants. They try to live like monks. And then they burn out after 6 weeks and binge spend $800 on random stuff because they've been depriving themselves. The fix? Budget for fun. Give yourself permission to spend on things you enjoy. Just make it intentional, not accidental. Failure point number 4. They don't track. They create a budget on January 1st and then never look at their spending again. They have no idea if they're following the budget or not. The fix? Check in weekly. Every Sunday, 10 minutes, review where you are. Are you on track? Did you overspend somewhere? Do you need to adjust? Budgeting isn't a set-it-and-forget-it thing. It's a living system you manage. Let me show you what this looks like over 5 years. David, $5,000 per month income, no budget. Year 1, saves $0, spends everything, has $387 in savings. Year 2, gets a raise to $5,500, lifestyle inflates, saves nothing. Year 3, now making $6,000, leases a nicer car, saves nothing. Year 4, $6,200 income, still saving nothing. Year 5, $6,500 income. Total saved over 5 years, maybe $2,000 if he's lucky. Marcus, $3,000 per month income, 50-30-20 budget. Year 1, saves $900 per month, equals $10,800 for the year. Year 2, gets a raise to $3,300, keeps expenses the same, saves $1,200 per month, equals $14,400. Year 3, $3,500 income, saves $1,350 per month, equals $16,200. Year 4, $3,700 income, saves $1,450 per month, equals $17,400. Year 5, $4,000 income, saves $1,600 per month, equals $19,200. Total saved over 5 years, $78,000. Plus investment returns, Marcus probably has close to $90,000 in wealth. David makes 50% more than Marcus every year. Marcus has 45 times more wealth. The difference isn't income, it's the skill of telling money where to go before it disappears. Here's what I want you to do today. Not tomorrow, not Monday, today. Step 1. Calculate your monthly take-home income. What actually hits your bank account after taxes. Write it down. Step 2. Multiply that number by 50%, by 30%, and by 20%. Those are your 3 category amounts. Step 3. List your necessities. Rent, groceries, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments. Add them up. Does it fit in your 50%? If not, you need to make changes. Step 4. Decide your financial goals. Emergency fund, investing, paying off debt. Allocate your 30% across those goals. Step 5. Give yourself permission to spend your 20% on whatever you want, guilt-free. Step 6. Set up automatic transfers. Savings on payday, investments on payday, before you can touch the money. Do these 6 steps today. It'll take you 30 minutes, and it'll change your financial life. The difference between people who build wealth and people who stay broke isn't talent, isn't luck, isn't income. It's this skill. It's telling your money where to go before it disappears. Let me leave you with this. You don't need to make $10,000 a month to build wealth. You need to manage $3,000 intelligently. David will probably keep earning more and saving nothing for the next 20 years. He'll be 52 years old, making $120,000 a year with $5,000 in the bank. Marcus will be 54 with $600,000 in investments, ready to retire early if he wants. The skill you need isn't complicated. It's just something nobody teaches you. If this video gave you clarity on where your money's been going and what you need to do differently, hit that subscribe button right now.
Drop a comment and tell me, what's your monthly income and what percentage are you currently saving? Be honest, that number will change once you implement this system. Share this video with someone who makes good money but is always broke. They need this. I'm Ben. Budget your money, build your wealth. I'll see you in the next one.